Hello again and welcome back. This is the Carter's Curious Crafts channel and I am here again. This is kind of going to be just a simple tutorial. On how to make a flat piece, how to turn your work, and just simple basics to crocheting. I'm going to be using my new hook that I just got, the Fire Co. Let me see if I could focus it, 4mm G in opal. And then I'm going to be using my Super Saver Red Heart yarn in tea leaf. Recommendations on here are for 5.5mm hook or a 5mm knitting needle. Is a medium weight or worsted weight. So in case you don't know differences in yarn, worsted weight is typically what you're going to use for most stuff. Just make sure you look at the hook, because not all worsted weights are the same hook size, but I am sizing down just for the purpose of showing off my new hook, and you can mix and match depending on what you're doing. But especially with beginning, make sure you match your crochet hook and your yarn to whatever pattern, or just go with the simple instructions of 5mm for this specific yarn. So now I'm going to find the end here. Alright, so here's how I do my slip knot. You start with a slip knot, hook under here, and then I pull this under, and tighten. And then you'll tighten it. Make sure it's not too tight around the hook. So let me show that again. So here's the end of the yarn. Wrap it around, exit across, hook under, twist it so that the hook is going to hook this. It's actually hard recording. So hook it under. I twist it because this is how I do my magic loop, my magic circle, and then close up. So now I'm just going to do, for the sake of this video, 1 chain, 2 chain, 3 chains, 4 chains, 5 chains, 6 chains. Now I'll do one more just to show you. Over, pull through, and then you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not including this one. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 chains on the hook. So when you're starting off on a chain, this is your base chain. You always skip this first chain because that's considered your chain 1, and I'll explain that. So when you're going in, you're going to want to go in this first loop, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. And again, this is a little bit hard, being my first video. So again, go through the loop, yarn over, pull through. You have 2 chains on your hook, yarn over, pull through both of them. And that is your basic single crochet. I'm going to finish to the end and then I will come back to show you how to turn your work. Okay, and we are back. As you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 single crochets on here. And again, why that is we started out with 7, but that first one was the chaining. Why I explain the chain is it's important when making straight pieces, unless things tell you to. You need to have the chain 1 because it'll prevent it from losing a stitch. So from here, what you'll do, you will chain 1, and just for ease of use, I'm going to turn this way, and then that first stitch again, you're going to go through both loops. So if you can see both loops, pull 1 through, yarn over, and pull through, and there is your first stitch. I'll show it again through the 2 stitches. If you only do one, it'll come out, what we call that is front loop or back loop. So this is the front loop in this setting, and this is the back loop wherever you are staring at. So this is the piece, so this is the front, and this is the back. Therefore, at the top of these, front loop, and then back loop. But you want to, when you're doing a typical single crochet, do both loops, yarn over, pull through, yarn over again, pull through both loops, and you have those. But as I was going back, I'm just going to continue doing this as I'm talking. You want to make sure that at the end of each row of a flat piece of work, you always end with the chain 1, unless it's a specific piece of work that does not want you to do that. In that case, there's probably some type of reasoning. But as you can see, it makes it flat at the edge instead of losing 1 stitch. And you got to make sure when you're coming back here, so you chain 1 at the end, you always want to go in this first stitch. Because if you skip this stitch, you're losing a stitch. So you don't go here, you want to go here. And if you need to, count out the stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But this is the stitch that you would want to enter into after you chain 1. So basically, that is the basics of crocheting. It is probably a bit confusing, and I know I only did a little bit, but I just wanted to discuss the basics for anybody who is inquiring on, you know, starting to crochet. If you do have any questions, I am certainly free to answer them. If you would like to comment under the video, I'd be fantastic if you liked and subscribed. But till the next time, okay, bye.